Alright, first and foremost, giving all praises honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem El Shai, Ba'ashem Haraka Kadash, double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone that surely do well. Salutation, teacher, and everyone at the Akiam that push this gospel out there in sincerity and truth. I, brother Lamar, once again from GMS Trinidad, coming to do another lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem El Shai, Ba'ashem Haraka Kadash. Alright, and basically this lesson that going through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem El Shai. Right, because I was now watching a class day from Ella Apostle Rakar, alright, entitled Stay Strong, right, and basically this precept is what I posted on the common board, because he was talking about being inside his truth, the kind of things that a man have to go through with his truth. A lot of men inside of this truth, they go through a lot. Alright, as he himself was saying, whether your car might be starting, your woman get in trouble, or what have you, different things, Shaitan, right, does try to put you away, or Satan does try to put you away. Alright, so I hope that this video edifying to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, being that Yahweh Shem Shai is the one that give us this inspiration, to feed his flock, and that is an important thing in this ministry, to feed the flock of Yahweh Shem Shai. Yahweh Shem Shai making us his mouthpiece, to bring forth that comfort unto his hopeful elect. Alright, so Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 2, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Right, so as you come inside of this truth, don't think that this is an easy game. Alright, just like in games, it have different levels that you go through. Certain things may be easier, but going up the level, you get harder. You might have to beat one boss, then different boss. The same thing with this truth. We have different levels of demons to defeat. First and foremost, some of the first things we have to defeat inside of this truth is our own demons, our own lust of things that will please us during this flesh. All right. So they will have temptations, things that we're gonna have to put off of this flesh, to mortify that man. All right. All right. Hey, Slakia, the same thing. Ella Apostle Rakar talking about trying to do a video. The most I just no Salak, Satan just sending him minions. All right. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Right, the word endure, Hebrew yakal, suffer long. Right, this is not no easy road, as we just normally say. I heard another brother said it somewhere in the States, so he does listen to little Buju Banton and he ready. That was what after works camp, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't always remember all the brothers. I believe that was Ella Yashwamba, a beloved brother. It's not an easy road. Ooh, yes, this truth ain't an easy road. It's not an easy road. There are a lot of things that I myself may know went on in my life, or that I came from hearing their testimony. It's not an easy road. All right. So it says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, set thy heart aright, and constantly endure, suffer long, and make not haste in time of trouble, because the Most High, what the Most High going to do to you, the Most High is going to try you, just like what a man's supposed to actually do a woman, and what the Most High going to try is with wisdom. And I'll bring one example. Two men, if a man is wealthy, I'll use this. If a man is wealthy, he having a lot of the cases. And even if you're trying a friend, and you're good, and all the time, the scriptures don't speak about that, even if it's not in Ecclesiasticus itself, Ecclesiasticus 13, it would be somewhere in Wisdom of Solomon, that, when you have people, they make themselves friendly to you, they come around you for the case, but when you do have, when in that down position, who gonna really be there? Mavado, a Jamaican artist in the Caribbean here, a dancehall artist, say, money can't buy life, but money buy every other thing. Money make a lot of girl love you. So yeah, but a lot of girl just love you for your things, and that is the thing for your things. The most I would want to know if you love him genuinely for who he is, right? Because when you go back into the scriptures and back into our history as a people, Jeremiah chapter 2 and verse 30 or 31, we have become lords, we come no more unto thee, and just run us have wax fact, So a lot of times, especially with women also, right? That is why I bring that point with man and woman. When it is that they having, they making, and whatever the case is, they feel that they're big enough that they don't need you anymore. A lot of women, they marry rich men, all right, and they'll do all kind of things to get part of his wealth, if not majority or all. And then after they don't get what they want, they're gone. And that is the same thing. The Most High is going to try you. All right, and how the Most High going to try? The Most High going to try in that furnace. The Most High going to try you to that burning to see if you are sincere. The Hebrew word tamayam, right? Sincere or perfect. All right, so Ecclesiasticus chapter 6. Bear me 1 second. Let me see something here. Okay, you see that? Sirach chapter 6 and verse 10. So just going on, just going on a point here that I was bringing. It says, again, some friend is a companion at the table and would not continue in the day of thy affliction. And it's some we say a lot over here, especially in the Caribbean. And I realize of lately, my brother in the world, he putting up a lot of status where that is concerned, Just tonight I watch a status, so he's saying something like that. If you want to know who is your friend, basically, let say you're broke or tell them no concerning something, and then guess what? You will see who is your friend. Alright? Because guess what? When you're having when they say, hey, boy, I'm a partner, I'm a brethren, okay, I take in a lot of Yawa skits. That is a Nigerian where me and my family, you watch. And Yawa Callistus, right? In the Yawa skits, a Nigerian skit, he have a friend named Boma, right? And at that time when he gets you, and hey, hear the name Yawa, right? It does remind me of the name of the Mosai. Right, when he gets you, he always dey free from Boma Listica, hey, and Boma go be Callisto, King Kali, my boy. We both of them can get to eat and thing. But from the time Callisto's find he has in trouble, Boma looking to run away. Boma looking to flee. You understand? And if Boma having and Callisto's ain't having, he go buy bread. And Callisto's will be like, hey, Boma, well, I see the bread whatever. What bread? What bread, Kali? Hey, oh. You know how they just act. Right? So again, Ecclesiasticus 6 and 10, again, some friend is a companion at the table. So they come to eat your dainty meats, and everything that is friend. You could buy a little Gucci, a little shades for them good. You understand? I will not continue in the day of affliction. But I don't know he not. That my friend, my virgin, I don't know he, where I know he from. And that's just reality, especially where Negroes is underneath the curses, right? Because the scriptures say that what a brother, right, and a brother also goes back to a friend. And when they go back into even the Hebrew word, the word brother goes back into ak, right, which means a strong wall, and a wall is a line of defense. The scriptures say that a brother was created for in the time of adversity, or something to that effect. Alright, so Ecclesiasticus 6 and verse 21, she will lie upon him as mighty stone of trial. Right, so this speaking about wisdom. So the Most High going and try when he send out the spirit of wisdom. Right, because the Most High love it none but them that dwell with wisdom. Alright, she will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him it belong. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is manifest unto many. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel, and put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chain. So guess what? You're going to have to be underneath the yoke of wisdom. Let wisdom teach you, let wisdom try you. And wisdom going to take you through that rough road, Because guess what? You ain't going to really learn anything in life unless you go through a rough path, because it's at a point in time I was taking a guy over by me to work, you know, and the first time I take him the long way. He said, boy, all this walk way, boy, dog, boy, ting. And then the second time I took him, I showed him the shortcut. And he said, but he started to cut, boy, the thing, you could have, you could have shown me the thing. I say, hey, no. Sometimes in life you have to learn the long way first before you learn the shortcut. You can't learn the shortcut because guess what? Laws apply in everything. Right? I show you the long cut for then shortcut. So guess what? When I teach you the long way, you could also appreciate the short way. But then wisdom will teach you how to move. Alright? Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Alright? So the Most High is going to try you. The Most High is going to chastise you inside of this truth. But what the Most High does do, the Most High teach. Right? This is Deuteronomy 8 and 3. It says, and he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna. Right? And the word humble, let me see if I will get it here. The word humble actually means to be embarrassed. When you look it up in a certain dictionary, to be abased, to be brought down low. What is this? What? No, you not serious. This our argument. So what? Ay, you see how Satan is. Yeah, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai Baba Kasha. Okay, let me see. Hey, this is one. Humble, near the ground, not high or lofty, not pretentious or magnificent, unpretending, unassuming as a humble cottage. Scripture say, why is earth and ashes, so proud? Yeah? Because the Most High made us from the earth, the Most High made us from dust. So why the hell we acting all proud? Where were you in the beginning when the sons of God, sang before him? Where were you? All right. Marked by meekness or modesty, arrogant or prideful. A humble apology, essentially humble. Just looking for right, humble, thinking lowly of oneself, thinking lowly of oneself. Is our Luke? We are unprofitable servants. We have done that which is basically meet for us to do. Claiming little for oneself, not proud. In scripture say the Most High hated a proud look, arrogance. To love the Most High is hate pride, arrogancy, or assuming thinking oneself ill-deserving of honor when judged by the demands of God, lowly, weak, modest. Yeah, so you have to be modest inside of this thing. Alright. So really and truly, this word, but it actually goes back to being embarrassed. I don't know where the hell this thing come up from. Right? Go back to being embarrassed, because the Most High actually embarrass us, humble us, for we pride. He brought shame. That's in the book of Hosea. For our pride, he brought shame because we increase. And the more we increase, we sin against him. We became into a big, beautiful kingdom, and we say, who is the Most High that we should serve him? Roughly, and that is us being wicked. The Most High don't want wicked people around, and the Most High hate pride. That is 7 of the things that Most High hate. Proverbs chapter 6:16. These 6 things that the Most High hate, yea, 7 is an abomination unto him. Right? Deuteronomy 8 and 3. And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger and fed thee with manna, which thou knewest not. Right? Manna goes back to ma'ana. What is it? Right? Because we don't even know what the hell it is. Right? Neither did thy fathers know, that he might Make thee know that man doth not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of Yahweh Shem Yeshai doth man live. Right? So not by just food, not just by material food that we put into our system, into our digestive system, and then it breaks down and feeds us, but also the spiritual nutrients that we need, the instructions of the Lord, what and what not to do. Right? As I keep on saying, when it says you buy an item, a washing machine or whatever, it comes with an instruction manual. Right? That instruction manual have instructions on how to use your device. And if it is that you do opposite according to the instructions, which law actually goes back into instructions, right, you will damage your device. And that is why they put a warranty on certain things. Now why it have a warranty on your soul, for the wages of sin is death. Alright. Right, so I'll just go back really quick into Ecclesiasticus. Don't want to really stay too long on the class. Look at Ecclesiasticus. I know. Okay. Was I in Wisdom of Solomon? Why it is? Okay, don't understand. Just now, bear with me 1 second. Right, just now. These things just malfunction. Okay. Right, and I know there's something going wrong here. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, right, and going on, it says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble. Right, so as I was saying before, the Most High gonna use wisdom to do what? Put you underneath that training, basically. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Right, so not because these trouble coming upon you, alright, don't mean that what? You just have to flee and go away from the Lord. Alright, that is you being weak. And being weak is actually being proud. Being weak is actually being wicked, and that is nothing that any one of us should supposed to strive to be wicked, weak, and proud. Alright? Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. So right, that is why the apostle said what? Be strong, Akim. Pray, fast, do what you have to do. Pray unto Yahweh Shem Yeshai. I did that class earlier. Ask the Most High, pray. Just pray to be in the Most High grace. Be like David, even if it has to be, a doormat. Be a doormat. But be strong, because the Most High just putting you through that testing period. Because what? As many as he love, he chasten. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Right, and that is one of the main things. The word trust actually goes back to faith. Alright, to trust in the Lord. Believe that he is. I've been saying that probably constantly for this whole week here. Believe that he is. Which his name actually means. Yahweh. He is. He exists. He's immortal. He will be what he will be. Alright. Just trust in the Most High. Yahweh Rapha. He's our healer. He exists, our healer. Right. Yahweh Nisi. He's our banner, Yahweh Shalom. He is our peace. He is all these things. We don't need to pray to different deities or different gods for different things. We have to pray to one God. Alright, and he grants all wishes. He sends forth the blessings and the curses. Alright. So you have to believe in him. The Most High know it's such a one that trusts in him. Right? With a Nehum. Alright. It says, believe in him and he will help thee, or that I will right and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy. The word mercy goes back to the Hebrew word chesed, alright, which is one of the main words, chesed, which means loving kindness, right? Wait for his loving kindness, because you have to do like Zechariah, one of my favorite precepts, and I hope I can remember which part it is. Is 7 and 9. Or just right. Nope. Just so. Is it Zachariah or is it Micah? Right, can. Micah 7 verse 9, I will bear the indignation of Yahweh, right, which is the righteous anger, right? Because what? It is righteous anger. Didn't the Most High give us or didn't we have a deal or a covenant with the Lord? So we broke it. Isn't it righteous anger that he executing upon us? Right? I will bear the indignation of Yahweh Shem Shai because I have sinned against him. So you see, Micah acknowledged that he did the wrong, right? Not the Most High. Right? The Most High is equal, always unequal. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, right, which is Yahweh Shai, and I shall behold his righteousness, which is his justice that he's going to execute for us. Right? So the Most High going on, the Most High is the one going to do this. Alright, where was I before? Ecclesiasticus. Hope it ain't playing mad again. 2 and where 4. Right? Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy and go not aside lest he fall. Right? So wait for his loving kindness, which Micah understood. So bear the indignation of the Lord, and then guess what? When he's pacified, then he's going to bring forth his loving kindness. Right? And go not aside lest he fall. Right? Though you know, the scripture said in Zephaniah 3:8, wait ye upon me, don't go and do your own thing. It's a never right thing to go and do your own thing. Then that means you're malfunctioning, right? It says, ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. Ye that fear the Lord, believe him, and your reward shall not fail. And Yahweh Shai say he's coming back and his reward going to be with him. And trust me, we don't want coals. We don't want coals of fire, right? We want that crown, right? Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that call upon him? Alright, so there I'll cut it off, so just adding on a little bit to what the Apostle Rakah, what he said, stay strong in this truth. All these things going to come, and the Most High just going to try each and every one of us, chastise us to see if we really for him, because there's even some that we do. Don't expect, no punishment at the point in time seems to be joyous but grievous, so endure. And we have a lot more to learn, because Jacob's trouble ain't even really hit we. And with that, hope as I define towards you, hopefully, like giving our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem El Shai, Bahasham Harakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of great news, so that surely do well. Salutation, teacher, and everyone at the Akim that Christians gospel out there in sincerity and truth. Right? Shatan again. Mawat Lababal.